For years, I worked as a foreman at a construction company known for its quality work and strong ethics. I loved my job, overseeing projects and guiding my crew through the ins and outs of challenging builds. Then everything changed when we hired Greg, a young, ambitious project manager. Greg had fresh ideas and a sharp mind, but he also had a ruthless streak. He was eager to climb the corporate ladder, and it seemed he'd do anything to get ahead. Greg started implementing new procedures and making changes to our workflows. He insisted on being updated constantly about every aspect of the project, especially the cost and time estimations. It felt like he was always looking over my shoulder, second guessing my decisions. But it was his relationship with Mr. Mason, the company owner, that really set off alarms. Greg was always around him, feeding him information, some of it misleading, about the projects and my management of them. I got the feeling Greg was angling for my job. I decided to play it cool and watch his game. I gave him the updates he wanted, but I also kept detailed records of my own. I knew my work was solid, and I trusted my crew. We had been working together for years, building a reputation for reliability and craftsmanship. Things came to a head when Mr. Mason approached me about discrepancies in the project reports. Greg had been feeding him inflated numbers and false deadlines. It was clear now. Greg was setting me up to fail, making it look like I was mismanaging resources. I presented Mr. Mason with my records, the real numbers, and timelines. The truth was undeniable. Greg had been manipulating the data to undermine me and boost his own standing in the company. Mr. Mason was furious. He valued honesty and integrity above all else. Greg's betrayal was a serious breach of the company's values. He was let go immediately. It was a harsh lesson for everyone involved. As for me, well, I can't say my hands are entirely clean. I played the game too in my own way. Maybe some folks would say I stooped to Greg's level, keeping those detailed records, waiting for him to slip up. But in this industry, in this dog-eat-dog world, you've got to protect yourself. You've got to be 2 steps ahead, always watching your back. Don't get me wrong. I love my job and I believe in doing honest work, but I've seen enough to know that sometimes you have to fight fire with fire. If you don't, you might just get burned. So yeah, I use Greg's own tactics against him. And I'd do it again. In construction, just like in life, sometimes you have to lay your own foundations if you want to stay standing.